Please like, subscribe, and be sure to click that bell button for regular and exciting indie film content and your chance to be the first to engage with the LiftOff Global Network of Film Festivals as we embark on launching the careers of the filmmakers of tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we are looking at the Austin LiftOff Film Festival and also the Manchester LiftOff Film Festival. I'm Natalie Daniels, I'm the General Manager here at LiftOff, and on my lap is Rupert, who may pop up during the stream, our little dachshund that is often here. If you're watching this live, do let us know, put your name in the comments and say hi. If you're supporting a particular film, also put the film's title in there as well. We are going to start today's stream with the Austin LiftOff Film Festival, which went live this morning at 10 a.m. So the Austin Festival will be running from today, the 3rd of April, all the way through to the 1st of May. And there are lots and lots of things happening over the course of the month-long festival, including streams every Monday on our YouTube channel, just like this one, where we get to touch base, we get to talk about the films that are currently in the lead for the audience round, which the festival's competition stage is currently at. Then we have our first looks stream, which is where Karen and Lloyd get to talk about some of their favourite films and some of the films that applied to that initiative, which will be happening all through the hub. We have a stream which is focused solely on funding in that area. So the Manchester stream about funding will be coming up this week, and we'll be doing a similar one for the Austin area on how best to find funding. Fantastic streams, which I highly recommend, as funding is one of the things that filmmakers struggle the most with. And then we have our last looks, again, something where Lloyd and Karen will take a look at some of the films that have been judged highly by our jury, by the audience, and by other members who are looking at the films. And then we have our online networking event, which is where filmmakers taking part in the Austin LiftOff Film Festival will have the opportunity to screen their 1-minute trailers and meet other filmmakers within the festival, get to talk to them individually and share who they are and what they're trying to achieve within the industry. So that is a little month breakdown of the Austin LiftOff Film Festival. After all of this has taken place, the festival moves into the network round. So we are currently in the audience round for the Austin LiftOff Film Festival. And this is where we have audience members watching, or audiences watching all of the films, voting for their favourites. But alongside that, we have the LiftOff judges who are also watching all of the programmes or rewatching all of the submissions and films that are taking part in the festival, and also putting their top films into the network round. So we'll have a handful of judges' films moving into the network round, but also the audience top films going into the network round as well. And from there, that will run for a week, where you'll be able to access all of the films, and then the winners will be announced. So what are the prizes? So the prizes are, there are several prizes up for grabs. We have shortlist nominations for filmmakers in 14 different categories. We have the overall winner, overall short film, overall short documentary, overall feature narrative, and also feature documentary prizes up for grabs. And then we have our Audience Choice Award, which is where we invite 4 filmmakers to join us on our YouTube channel, where we screen their films muted in the background and do a director's roundtable, where we'll be able to screen their work and talk to them a little bit more about why they wanted to make this film, what they hope to do in the future. It's great to see some comments coming in the chat room. If you are watching this live, as mentioned, please put your names in there. Fantastic. So let's have a look at the Austin program. So we have 3 programs for the Austin. We have the local filmmakers shorts. So these are all short films from the area, so from Austin and surrounding areas. There are around 30 films taking part in this program. It's a fantastic collection of shorts, and I highly recommend giving this program a watch. Then we have our trendsetter shorts. So these are from filmmakers from the rest of the world that are taking part in the Austin Festival. These are films that the jury have noted as something really caught their attention throughout all of these films. So there really is something for everyone in this program. So there are animations, music videos, shorts, short documentaries as well. So it depends what you're looking for, but I can guarantee it, you'll find a film in there that really resonates with you. And then we have our features program. There are 60 features taking part in the Austin LiftOff Film Festival this year, which is amazing. It's almost quadrupled since last year, which is fantastic. Again, we have everything you could possibly think of in here in regards to genres. I think there's even an animated feature in here as well. So do head along and check those programs out. As I said, it's running from today, the 3rd of April, all the way through to the 1st of May. I'm just going to give you a quick little walk around the hub, purely because the hub, as an Austin officially selected filmmaker, you will be invited to the hub, and I believe that invitation goes out tomorrow. So this video will be available for you to watch at any time. So I just want to give you a little head start or sneak peek into what to expect when you do join on to the hub. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen here. There we go. So here we are. Here is the hub, and I'm currently in the home tab, which you can find over here. So here you can see everything that is going on. So here is today's stream. You've got people commenting and why they joined the network hub. You've got some people have access to fee waivers, but that depends if you're an intermediate or professional member. Here you go. Here you can find out about the funding your film. So it's a live stream that's happening this Thursday. Lots of people engaging with this one, which is fantastic. You can find out a bit more about previous winners. So here you can see that we've got the Berlin script winners. But the most important feature is that you can go over to members. You can go and find people that are based in a similar area to you. Here you can see them, and you can literally click on and say hi. So I'm just going to, for example, if you wanted to message Lloyd, you could go over to Lloyd's profile here and click on that chat button. And then you can start a conversation with any of the members. The reason why I wanted to highlight this feature is that if you find a film during the Austin LiftOff Film Festival, or if you're taking part in Manchester and are here watching this, if you've seen some incredible films that you really want to connect with the filmmakers, come in here, type their name in, and if they pop up, then you'll have access to direct message them, which is a fantastic feature and the whole reason why we set this platform, to network with the other filmmakers. If you head down to events, you'll be able to see that in past events that there are stuff that are happening in here, and during the Austin Festival, do check back on this page because there will be events taking place. If you head over to network announcements, here you'll be able to see everything that is happening in regards to streams and workshops and those first looks that I mentioned. Everything will be announced in here. Now that you are into the hub, you will be notified in here. It'll be rare that we'll be sending emails alongside this, so do please make sure to check back onto the hub. Then you can go back onto your feed and you'll be able to start over. So that is a little glimpse into the hub. Okay, cool. So there we have it. So that is a little roundup for the Austin Festival. I guess the final thing, and something I can mention for the Manchester LiftOff Film Festival as well, is the prizes. Not the prizes, how to vote. We'd already talked about the prizes. How to vote. So I'm just going to show you a quick voting trailer. And then from there, we will move on to the Manchester Festival. So here we go. Our online festivals are designed to bring much needed new eyes to true indie film. They are a tried and tested method of providing a platform of diverse work to a large audience. The voting process is specifically created to engage people with the collection. Once you purchase the program, to watch the films you'll be sent a ticket email which contains your personal link to sign up to the festival, along with your voting code and link. Before the festival closes, head to the email again to cast your vote. Entering the code in the email will give you access to the form, which will then ask you to select your 2 favourite films and provide some feedback on the projects. Throughout the festival, we'll be running events on our YouTube channel, such as live festival updates, free workshops, and promotional filmmaker interviews. Filmmakers will also receive daily updates from the festival. Fantastic. So we will be moving over to the Manchester LiftOff Film Festival, and congratulations to The Bonsai, which has been selected in the Austin Trendsetters short there. And Neil, thank you so much for joining us. I can see that a few more people have joined the stream, so if you are taking part in the Austin LiftOff Film Festival or the Manchester LiftOff Film Festival, do put your name in the chat room and I will do my best to answer any questions that you may have as this stream continues. We will be back next Monday with the first roundup for the Austin LiftOff Film Festival, which we're about to do for the Manchester. So welcome everyone. Now we're moving into the Manchester Festival. So the Manchester LiftOff Film Festival has been running from the 13th of March and it will be ending on the 10th of April, so next Monday. And thank you, a huge thank you to everyone who attended the live networking event up in Manchester this Saturday that has just gone. It was a fantastic evening, and it was so lovely to meet the filmmakers who are part of our programs, screen their trailers, and listen in on those conversations that they were having with each other as they got to meet individually everyone who was taking part in the event. Really, really enjoyed it, so thank you. And Anil, who is here in the chat room, thank you for attending that event as well. Okay, cool. So let's start by taking a look at the Manchester Locals programme. So these are films from local filmmakers and filmmakers from the UK. The playthrough numbers on this programme are amazing. We've had 930 playthroughs, so that's 930 times that the films have been played across the programme, which is fantastic. I think we're going to hit the golden 1,000 playthrough numbers, so thank you to everyone who's been involved in this programme. We've only had 44 votes in so far, which means that there's a lot of votes that still need to come in this final week of the festival. Our audience numbers are around 80 as well, so please get those votes in before it is too late. I'm not going to play the voting trailer again, so you can just rewind this video a bit to see the best way to vote. But let's find out which film is currently in the lead. And yeah, let's go from there. So on 11 votes and in the lead, we have 3 women. This is directed by Tamsin Stoke from the UK, from a Manchester-based filmmaker. And this film is a student short film, so really well done to Tamsin and the team behind this amazing short film. Up next, we have a tie. So the next 2 films are tied on 8 votes. And the first one is A Day in the Life. And this is directed by James Oates, also a filmmaker from the UK, so UK, but from the Manchester area. Really well done. James's film was also mentioned during the first looks. So James, if you're watching this, go and watch the first looks and see what our jury had to say about your film. But A Day in the Life follows Pat. And when one of his best friends makes a life-changing announcement, Pat's normality is turned upside down. This is a fantastic short film, incredibly well shot, so do recommend giving this a watch. Up next, we have Talking Head, which is also on 8 votes. This is by a UK filmmaker called Paul Blake. After stumbling onto a film interview set, Tony is forced to pretend he's an actor, trying not to get caught out by their interviewer. So a fun comedy there. So there we have it. They are the films that are currently in the lead on the local shorts page. But as I mentioned, we have the jury that are also watching all of the films and will be moving their favourite films into the network round after the 10th of April. So moving on then to the Trendsetters shorts page. We've had 418 playthroughs, 45 votes in so far with an audience of around 60. So again, lots more votes to come in. And as I'm talking about votes, it's important to mention that you need to vote for your 2 top films in order for your votes to count. If we just receive 1 vote from you, that vote is not valid. You need to vote for 2. So there we have it. So the film that is currently in the lead and on a whopping number, on 21 votes, we have Godsend. And this is a filmmaker by Connor Kenzie. And this is a sci-fi horror thriller short film. Radiated dust has consumed humanity, and a lone survivor must confront death in order to find salvation. Well done, Connor. You are strongly in the lead. The film that is behind it on 7 votes is The Deportation of a Model Citizen. So this is a Danish film by filmmaker Jacob Thomas Pilgaard, and it follows, this is a war drama. It follows 2 police officers who are picking up Ada, a young, well-integrated student, from her foster mum and escorted her to the airport where she is to be deported back to Syria. A touching and hard-hitting drama created with inspiration from a true story about Syrian refugees. This is a fantastic film. Highly, highly, highly recommend giving this film a watch. If you are in the Trendsetters program, do give this film a watch. And if you are an audience member, this is one of the films that we would highly recommend. So there we have it. Now we're moving on to the final page, which is our features page. And there's been small movement on this from when I sat here last week and did the first roundup. So we have 108 playthroughs. We've only had 4 votes in so far, which means that there are lots and lots of votes to come in, considering the audience numbers on this page are around 25. So everything may change when we're sitting back here next Monday for the final roundup. But holding on to that pole position, we have Once Upon a Time in the Canaries, which is on 2 votes. And this is directed by Spanish filmmaker Armando Ravelo. And it follows Nola, a young girl of Senegalese origin. She arrives in the Canary Islands in the canoe and begins an epic journey through the Canary Islands in search for her father, who she never knew. All the other films that I'm about to mention are on 1 vote and are close behind close behind Once Upon a Time in the Canaries, which is on 2 votes. So all of these films are on 1 vote, and we have All Crazy Random, Brexit Boys, JK 1971, Nafcot, Yarning, 'Tis the Season, A Hawaiian Christmas Story. So there we have it. And then that is it. We are back to the Austin Festival. We are back next week. Just going to turn that off. We are back next Monday for the next roundup for the Austin Festival, as well as the final roundup for Manchester. The Manchester films from there will be moving into the network round, and the Austin films will continue as the month heads along. There are lots of things to get involved with, as I mentioned, for the Austin Festival, so please do keep an eye out for the hub invite. Please do keep an eye out on everything that we're doing. We want you to have the most out of this festival month as possible. Have a lovely week. Enjoy watching all of the films, and thank you for those that are here in the chat room. Gary, thank you so much for putting your name in here. You're the producer and director of the Firefly Jar, which is part of the Austin Festival. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you more in the hub, and thank you again to everyone else. Have a lovely week ahead, and if we don't speak before then, have a lovely Easter. Bye-bye.